They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America.
Coach from the heartland of America. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a play fake, and it's locked. He's going to fire one deep over. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That one goes for 24 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far. He completes it to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Off of play action. Luck. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Dreaming a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
21.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play action. It's locked. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Get up!
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. A little 360. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Hey, let's go! Hey, 280! Gun.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. On 2nd down, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Coleman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now it's the backup Prescott. Man open left side is Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
46. Here we go. 1-8. Here we go. 46.
They go play action here on 1st down. It'll buy some time right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here we go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. This is Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts can now take the lead if they convert the extra point. Now the extra point try forthcoming. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The left side completion to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
There we go. Gun. Ready, ready. Back 25.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Tuesday.
From the gun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. To throw on second down. Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
22.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Bryant's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He'll look to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Bryant. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. The 30, the 20, 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Let's go.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road.